Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're talking about something that is often overlooked when it comes to your clients, and that is the onboarding process. So if we was just being real with one another, I know that there are some of you guys out there who, once you've gotten a client in the past, the process after that is kind of chaotic. So you're not really sure what to send them or when to send it, and they're reaching out to you maybe through text message and email, and all the communication is all over the place. So it's kind of just like overwhelming for you guys. So in this video, I'm going to show you a simple way to structure your client onboarding process so that this isn't a problem that you have moving forward. Okay, so for starters, the onboarding process is more than just a formality, right? This is a system that should be in place so that your clients feel comfortable knowing that they made the right decision to work with you. And so you want to present yourself as a professional. And then even more than that, you want to set the expectation for the client. So a lot of things when you get to the end of working with the client or they get through experiencing your service, in the event that they are unpleased, it is more than likely because the expectations on what they would receive and what they were signing up for was not well explained in the beginning. So in your onboarding process, that's something that you definitely want to do. You want to make it clear what they can expect when partnering with you. Now, I'm getting ready to share with you guys some really good tips, but you already know I do have the CEO Confidential membership. Now, in that membership, we go in depth with how to do things in your business, how to structure your onboarding process, how to set up your sales page, all the things that you need in order to run a service-based business is inside my membership. And this is something that is new that I launched. So guys, make sure that you go ahead and check out the link in the description. It's going to allow you to join the wait list because we're getting ready to launch in just 2 weeks from now. I'm super excited. And you guys are going to get a special rate. So you want to make sure that you're on that wait list because that's the only way to get the founding member rate. So make sure you check out that link in the description. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about why it's so important to have a system in place. Kind of like I already said, you want to make the client feel confident in their decision to work with you. They're already excited. I'm sure they've spent some money to work with you on whatever the service is. And now they feel like, okay, I found the person who's going to help me overcome whatever hurdle they're at right now. So they're feeling hopeful in your services and that they could trust you. So you want to be able to nurture that relationship and make sure that you're presenting yourself as someone who's going to solve their problem. Okay, so the first thing you want to have in your process is going to be some type of welcome sequence or a welcome packet. It doesn't matter what the business is. Typically, I kind of teach towards service-based businesses. So whether that be an email, whether that be a phone call, you want something that's part of that welcome part. So right after they sign up, they receive an automated email that's going to go automatic to them. Or maybe you're going to give them a phone call, depending on what type of business you have structured. Or maybe you're going to meet up with them. I don't know what your business looks like. But the first step in your business when it comes to your onboarding process should be some type of welcome aspect, right? So thanking them for choosing to work with you and your services and letting them know, kind of like I said before, what they can expect. All of that should be in a welcome email or some type of packaged presentation in the beginning to welcome them into working with your services. And just to add another tidbit to this, guys, the reason it's so important to have these systems in place is that when you have multiple clients and you guys' calendars are getting booked, you have a lot of people that you're working with, you're going to want something that's kind of on automation so that you're not constantly having to go back and send individual emails or make individual phone calls in order just to onboard them, right? Just to get them to the point where they need to be in order to get you started working with them, right? So just to give you guys an example, if somebody books a one-on-one coaching call with me, then there's an email that's automatically sent to them, one, thanking them for purchasing the coaching call, and then kind of giving them an idea of what to expect during our coaching call, right? And then along with that is going to be a questionnaire. And so I'm asking different questions that's kind of going to give me some insight into what they're looking for from me on the coaching call. And so all of this is done automatic, right? Because I just don't have the time to sit there and send out an email to every person who books a coaching call. This is something that's automated so that I don't even have to talk to you. Not that I don't want to talk to my clients, but I don't even have to talk to you until we get to the Zoom meeting, right? I already have the information. I already have the questions that I would want to know before going on that call. Okay, just to give you guys another example, let's say that you're a social media manager or you help people with their social medias. Okay, so whenever they book a call with you or they're booking your service, something that you might consider sending out to them at in the welcome packet is maybe questionnaires about social media terms, just different things that relate to posting on social media, so that you're gauging their IQ when it comes to social media. So that way, when you get on the call, you know if you're starting with a beginner or if they're advanced or somewhere in the middle. That kind of gives you some insight on the type of client you're working with, so that you're mentally prepared to answer their questions and then kind of guide them in the direction that they should be headed. Keep in mind, guys, you don't have to use everything that I'm saying in this video. So you could take and leave whatever you feel like you need in your onboarding process. You want to customize your client's experience based on whatever type of business that you have. So these are just tips and suggestions that you can use in your business. That being said, something else that you want to consider is to communicate how you want your client to communicate with you. So do you have business hours? Do you prefer that they only send you emails? Do you prefer phone calls in the morning? Like whatever you want the communication to be between you and your client, you need to make sure that you set that expectation. Just to give you an example, sometimes, especially in the coaching industry, in the coaching world, sometimes you'll have clients who, because they paid to get your coaching and your training, especially if it's like a 6-week program or something like that. I also offer things like that. The client might just feel like, I'm trying to word it where, I don't want to offend you guys, but they might feel like they have access to you 24/7, right? So they may be working on their business. Let's say it's 8 p.m. or whatever. And that's outside of your business hours, and they're looking for a response from you, right? Or they're expecting you to pick up a phone call or to answer their email or to check something that they're working on. And so you want to, and now, so for me, I don't operate that way, right? I have certain time frames, and then I set my schedules and they book calls based on my availability. So I'm not always open 24/7, right? But if I see it 9 times out of 10, I'll go ahead and answer an email anyway. But you want to set that expectation in the beginning so that they know what the communication is going to look like and how you guys are going to communicate. Now, there are a lot of tools that you guys can use in order implementing a onboarding process for your clients. It all depends on the type of business that you're running, and then what type of website also that you're having. But a lot of things can be done. Like for me, I use Wix for pretty much all of my website needs, all of my marketing needs. I have even been running my social media ads through my Wix platform on the back end of that. So I use Wix as just like my overall home base for everything that I'm really doing in my business. But there are other things you could use, like Cognito forms, if you needed to set up some type of questionnaire prior to working with your clients. There are a lot of tools that's out there. Even if you didn't want to go the Cognito form route, there's also Google Forms. So there's so many tools that you guys can use in order to set up a good client onboarding system in your business. And if that's something that you guys are interested in and you want to maybe see me walk out how I do it in my business using Wix, let me know in the comments below, and I'll be sure to make that video as well. And then the last tip I'm going to give you is to not overcomplicate it, right? So it doesn't need to be like 20 steps for your clients to onboard, right? Because at the end of the day, clients, they don't want to have to fill out 1,000 forms. They don't want a lot of tasks at the end of the day. And something that I've noticed, especially being a business coach, is that a lot of people, they need that extra push to get things done, right? So if I'm sending you, 5 different surveys that I need you to fill out before you get on the call with me, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to do it, right? So don't overcomplicate it. Make it simple to where you get the information that you need and that you're also providing value to your client and setting those expectations. So I hope this video was helpful to you guys. And like I said in the beginning, if you are interested in joining the CEO membership, let me know. The link will be in the description below. And remember, that is going to be for a limited time, right? So this group is going to close. It won't be open enrollment. I am going to open and close it. And like I said, we are launching in 2 weeks. So make sure you guys go ahead and join the wait list. And I'll see you guys inside the membership.